My name is Rajiv Kapoor and I'm a photographer. In September 2009, I traveled to the West Bank to document the constraints Palestinian people are under after the wall and the checkpoints were built. Checkpoints are the only legal way for Palestinians to get into Israel. Approximately 40,000 Palestinians cross the checkpoints every day to get into Israel for work, trade, and medical-related reasons. The length of the barrier, as approved by the Israeli government, is 703 kilometers, approximately 436 miles long. 60% has been constructed. It has drawn Palestinian protest and frequent international censure for confiscating Palestinian land. A significant number of Palestinians have been separated from their own farmlands or their places of work or study. They were also separated from Palestinian hospitals in East Jerusalem. There are several checkpoints on the wall where Palestinians who own permits may cross. Palestinians working or trading in Israel spend hours every day to cross these checkpoints. Even within the West Bank, there are hundreds of checkpoints, roadblocks, gates, and barbed wire, which separate between Palestinian cities and villages. Internal obstacles have increasingly limited movement, something the Palestinians find especially harsh, since they're not trying to enter Israel but to go from one Palestinian place to another. According to the World Bank, internal obstacles, together with the barrier, reduce the potential size of the Palestinian economy by 5% a year. Per capita GDP has fallen 40% for Palestinians since 2000. There are 26,000 valid permits to work in Israel, very few for a population of 2.5 million, given the high rate of unemployment in the West Bank. Israel says that multiple layers of security not only keep Palestinian attackers out of Israel, they also protect over 250,000 Jewish settlers in the West Bank. In 2004, the United Nations passed a number of resolutions, and the International Court of Justice issued an advisory opinion calling for the barrier to be removed, and for the Arab residents to be compensated for any damage done. The court found that the construction of the wall in the occupied territories are contrary to international law. The Red Cross has declared the barrier in violation of Geneva Convention. In villages across the West Bank, local residents have formed committees and taken over a campaign of mass popular resistance to the wall. These communities have faced a staggering level of repression, arrests, and violence from the Israeli authorities. Graffiti on the Palestinian side of the wall is one of the many forms of protest against its existence. Large areas of the walls feature messages relating to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, demanding an end to the barrier, or criticizing its builders and its existence. For Muslims living in Palestine, praying at Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem, the third most holy site for Muslims, is very important. But after the wall and the checkpoints were built, their right to worship was taken away. They now need permits to pray.